were there for me when I was weak and I'd fall to my knees. So now that I can breathe, I'll carry you farther. Take my hand, follow my lead. Were there for me. Take my hand, follow my lead. Now that I can breathe.
Navigating the journey of illness is, first of all, it's different for everybody. For me, from the beginning, it's been really trying to figure that out from the perspective of like earning a living, from the perspective of my children, being able to be a husband, to be able to fulfill kind of the responsibility that goes along with that. So I've always been a kind of a can-do guy, and I like to stay busy. And so when the way you're feeling gets in the way of that, I started to feel like less. I had to, for the first time really in my life, had to ask for help. And that meant like, I need help stacking the wood. I need help cutting the grass. Like, I'm using examples of, chores or just things that have to be done around the house. I'm a social guy and I love people, and I just don't even have the energy to go do that. So everything starts to change, like how you're spending your time and who you're spending your time with. I've been so lucky though, because at the core of our life is our home and our family. And the hardest part for me personally was my professional aspiration. I was blessed. I traveled the world for 7 years. I was on an airplane 2 to 3 weeks out of 4. I taught in 25 countries of the world. I traveled, I met people, I connected. And I did that really successfully. And then it all went away. And so I felt like I kind of got, like the glass ceiling was there and I just couldn't punch through it. And that's hard, because contribution at the end of the day, like the difference that we make in the world, something bigger than us, is really what it comes down to. And so how we feel about ourselves, and that's a big part of what we do every day. And that all got kind of pulled out from under me. And so that meant really that my focus needed to change. It needed to change to, okay, what's a normal day look like now? And it's different. And so I took up other things. I love to cook now, and I stay close to home. And I'm kind of at that spot now. It's like, okay, I'm ready to just let it unfold the way that it's supposed to. I said to somebody recently, it was a real funny moment, and I had said to this person, I've been actually working on my mind for years. Like, I was lucky. I was in the training and development business. I got to see workshops and best thinking from the time I was like in my early 20s, and I did it for like 25 years. And so the best thinkers in the world in personal development. I really worked hard on it in my mind. And I'll never forget it. And she looked at me directly in the eyes and she said, yes. And that's the problem. You need to feel it in your heart. Oh, and that is a difference. Like, it's like somebody says something to you sometimes, it's just like it was a slap in the face. I'm so grateful for it, because I'm realizing now that having a strong mind is really important, but having a compassionate, kind, grateful heart is equally important, mind and spirit. And that exploration for me, that thinking about that, the ability to tap into what's possible, it's like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, as silly as that sounds. And you'd never know it because it's all going on right in here. And yet I can tell you when I wake up in the morning, I have a different feeling and I'm thinking differently because I really feel like I do need to be much more in touch with my heart and my feelings. Sorry.
As we move along this windy road, together we'll navigate life as we go. We've been through it all, just you and me. Father, it's time to finish our story.